I'm crouched behind a dumpster in Beverly Hills at 11 in the morning, clutching a three-legged dog named Pancake, and honestly, this is peak me. Stay quiet, I whispered to him, even though he's literally missing a leg and can't run if he wanted to. His tail wags anyway. Dogs, man. They don't know when to read the room. The thing is, I didn't steal him. I liberated him. There's a difference, and I will die on this hill. Probably literally, considering my former boss Marcus is currently screaming my name across the parking lot of the veterinary clinic I worked at until approximately 20 minutes ago. Lennox, get your ass back here with that dog. Yeah, no. Pancake licks my face, and I try not to gag because his breath smells like expired tuna. But also, he's been through enough. Some trust fund sociopath brought him in this morning and told Dr. Marcus to put him down because he's damaged goods. Direct quote. Like Pancake was a returned Amazon package instead of a living creature who just wanted to be loved despite missing a limb. I'd said, absolutely not. Marcus had said, you're fired. I'd said, cool, I'm taking the dog. And now here we are. I peek around the dumpster. Marcus is pacing near his Porsche, phone pressed to his ear, probably calling the cops. Or animal control. Or both. My heartbeat hammers in my throat, and I'm calculating my odds of making it to my 15-year-old Honda Civic without getting tackled when a shadow falls over me. I look up. And up. The man standing there is so stupidly handsome, it's almost offensive. Dark hair swept back like he just stepped out of a Tom Ford ad, sharp jawline that could cut glass, and eyes the color of expensive whiskey. He's wearing a black suit that probably costs more than my rent, and he's looking at me like I'm a particularly interesting species of bug. You planning to live behind this dumpster? He asks, voice smooth and low with just a hint of amusement. Maybe, I shoot back, because what else am I supposed to say? Sorry, rich guy, I'm hiding from my psycho ex-boss with a stolen dog? It's got character, great location, close to amenities. His mouth twitches, almost a smile. You're Lennox. Not a question, a statement. I freeze. How do you... Your former employer is very loud. He glances toward Marcus, who's still ranting into his phone 50 yards away. Also, you're wearing a name tag. I look down. Sure enough, my blue clinic vest still has my name embroidered on it in cheerful yellow thread. Lennox Chen, veterinary assistant. Well, former veterinary assistant. Observant, I mutter. It's a survival skill. Something about the way he says it makes my skin prickle. This isn't just some businessman who happened to park near a dumpster. This is someone who notices things, someone used to watching. Pancake chooses this moment to bark, one sharp, happy sound, and the man's gaze drops to the dog in my arms. His expression shifts, softens, just barely. 3 legs, he observes. Yeah, well, he came that way. Some asshole wanted him put down for it. So you stole him. I rescued him. Semantics. But there's no judgment in his tone. If anything, he sounds impressed. What's his name? Pancake. Now he definitely almost smiles. Pancake. He's flat and golden. It fits. The man crouches down, which is frankly shocking because that suit is pristine, and the pavement behind a Beverly Hills dumpster is decidedly not. He extends one hand toward Pancake, who immediately sniffs it and then licks his fingers. Good judge of character, the man murmurs, scratching behind Pancake's ears with surprising gentleness. I'm about to make some sarcastic comment when Marcus's voice cuts through the air again. There, that's her. My head whips around. Marcus is pointing directly at me, and next to him is a security guard built like a refrigerator. Shit, I breathe. The man stands in one fluid motion. How much trouble are you in? On a scale of 1 to 10? Like 40? He considers this. Then, without warning, he reaches for my wrist. Not roughly, but with absolute authority. His fingers are warm against my pulse point. Show me who did this, he says quietly. Did what? But he's already stepping around the dumpster, me and Pancake in tow, and I'm too shocked to resist. We emerge into the full sunlight of the parking lot, and Marcus stops mid-stride when he sees us. More specifically, when he sees the man holding my wrist. Marcus goes pale. Like, ghost white pale. Mr. Vitale, he stammers. I didn't realize... Vitale. The name tickles something in my brain, but I can't place it. The man, Mr. Vitale, apparently, doesn't release my wrist. If anything, his grip tightens slightly. Protective. "This woman works for you?" he asks, voice dangerously calm. "She did," Marcus says quickly, "but she rescued an animal you were going to euthanize for cosmetic reasons." It's not a question. Somehow he already knows. Marcus's mouth opens and closes like a goldfish. "The client requested—" "I don't care what the client requested." Vitale's voice drops 20 degrees. "You're a veterinarian. Your job is to heal, not kill for convenience." The security guard has taken several steps back. Smart man. "With all due respect, Mr. Vitale, this is my clinic, and—" "Was your clinic?" The parking lot goes silent except for the distant hum of traffic on Wilshire Boulevard. "I'm sorry," Marcus whispers. "I own the building you lease. Had my assistant pull the contract while you were yelling." Vitale finally releases my wrist, but only to pull out his phone. He scrolls with his thumb, unbothered by the three-legged dog I'm still clutching, or the fact that he just casually dropped a bomb on my former boss. "Looks like you're in violation of several clauses. Animal welfare standards primarily." "You can't—" "I can. I am." He pockets his phone and looks at Marcus with something close to boredom. "You have 30 days to vacate. Enjoy finding a new location in this market." Marcus's face cycles through about 6 different shades of red before settling on purple. But he doesn't argue. He just turns and storms toward his Porsche, the security guard trailing behind him like a confused puppy. I stare at Vitale. He stares back. I start. "Did you seriously just evict him because of a dog?" "I evicted him because he's a liability and a disgrace to his profession." His eyes flick to Pancake, then back to me. "The dog was simply the catalyst." My brain is trying to process this, but it's like dial-up internet, slow and making weird noises. "Who are you?" I finally ask. He extends his hand properly this time. "Dante Vitale." I shake it automatically and his grip is firm, warm, controlled. "You really own this building?" "And several others in the area." "Of course you do," I mutter. "What, is real estate mogul your side hustle?" Something flickers in his expression. Amusement again. "Something like that." He's still holding my hand, I realize, and I should probably pull away, but I don't. "Why did you help me?" I ask quietly. Dante tilts his head, studying me with those whiskey-colored eyes. "Maybe I have a soft spot for lost causes." "I'm not lost." "No," he agrees. "But you are unemployed, holding a 3-legged dog, and you were hiding behind a dumpster 5 minutes ago." "Okay, when you put it like that, you need a job. It's not a question." Yeah, obviously." "Come work for me." I blink. "What?" "I have several properties that could use someone with your particular skill set." "My skill set is giving shots to cats and cleaning kennels." "Your skill set," he corrects, "is seeing value where others don't. That's rare." Pancake barks his agreement. I look at Dante Vitale, this impossibly handsome stranger who just demolished my boss's career and is now offering me a job, and every instinct I have is screaming that this is a terrible idea. "What kind of properties?" I ask instead. His smile is slow, dangerous, and completely devastating. "Let me show you." Dante Vitale's car is a midnight blue Rolls-Royce that probably costs more than my entire bloodline will ever make, and I'm sitting in it with a 3-legged dog on my lap, trying to pretend this is normal. It's not normal. "So," I say, watching the Beverly Hills mansions blur past the window, "you just casually carry around building contracts on your phone?" "I own 217 properties in Los Angeles County alone." He doesn't take his eyes off the road, one hand draped lazily over the steering wheel. "I like to stay informed." 217. 18, actually. I closed on a warehouse in Long Beach this morning. I stare at him. Pancake stares at him. Even the dog seems impressed. "What do you do exactly, besides ruining people's days and buying buildings?" His mouth curves. "I facilitate business transactions." That's the vaguest answer I've ever heard. I'm aware. We pull up to a sprawling estate in the Hollywood Hills, all white stone and massive windows gleaming in the afternoon sun. The gates swing open automatically and Dante drives through like he owns the place, which he probably does. "This is where you live?" I ask. "One of the places." "Right. Because why have one mansion when you can have 6? 12, actually." He parks in a circular driveway beside a fountain that's definitely worth more than my life. But who's counting? I climb out, still holding Pancake, and the heat hits me immediately. That dry LA warmth that makes everything feel like a movie set. The house is enormous, all clean lines and expensive taste, and I'm suddenly very aware that I'm wearing scrubs covered in dog hair. Dante. A woman appears in the doorway, 60-ish, dark hair in a neat bun, wearing an apron. She takes one look at me and Pancake and her face lights up. "Oh, you brought home strays again." "Rosa, this is Lennox," Dante says smoothly. "Lennox, this is Rosa. She keeps me alive." "I keep him fed," Rosa corrects, descending the steps. "There's a difference." She peers at Pancake. "And who's this handsome boy?" "Pancake," I say. "He's missing a leg." "I can see that. He's perfect." She holds out her arms and I hand him over automatically. Rosa cuddles him like he's a baby. "Come, little one, let's get you some proper food." And just like that, she disappears into the house with my dog. "She's going to spoil him," Dante says. "Is that bad?" "No. Rosa believes everything deserves to be spoiled." He gestures toward the entrance. "Come on, I'll show you what I meant about the job." I follow him inside, and the interior is somehow even more stunning than the exterior. Floor-to-ceiling windows, modern art on the walls, furniture that looks like it belongs in a magazine. Everything is bright, flooded with sunlight, and painfully tasteful. "This is your home," I say slowly, "not a property that needs managing." "Correct. So why am I here?" Dante walks to a bar cart and pours himself 2 fingers of something amber. He raises an eyebrow at me, offering. "It's barely noon," I point out. "Is that a no?" "That's a yes, actually. Today has been weird." He pours me a glass and hands it over. Our fingers brush, and there's that spark again. Electric and unsettling. "You're here," he says, "because I want to explain what working for me actually means." I'm listening. He takes a sip of his drink, watching me over the rim. "My family has been in Los Angeles for 3 generations. We've built an empire through real estate, investments, and various business ventures. Some of those ventures exist in legal gray areas." My stomach tightens. Gray areas. "I'm not going to lie to you, Lennox. I'm not a saint. But I'm also not the villain you're probably imagining." He sets down his glass. "I don't deal drugs. I don't hurt innocents. I provide services to people who need them. Protection, dispute resolution, access to opportunities they wouldn't have otherwise. You're in the Mafia." He winces slightly. "That's a crude term. But accurate? My family prefers private enterprise collective." I actually laugh. I can't help it. The absurdity of this entire day, getting fired, stealing a dog, being offered a job by a literal mobster, hits me all at once. "This is insane," I say. "Probably. I should leave." "You should." He takes a step closer. "But you won't." "Why not?" "Because you need the money. Because you're curious. And because you're not the kind of person who walks away when things get interesting." He's right. And I hate that he's right. "What would I even do for you?" I ask. "I own a chain of animal shelters. Legitimate businesses, completely legal. They need management, oversight, someone who actually gives a damn about the animals." His eyes hold mine. "Someone like you. You own animal shelters." Surprised? A little bit, yeah. "People are complicated, Lennox. I can be ruthless in business and still believe animals deserve better than what your former boss was offering." I sip my drink, whiskey, smooth and expensive, and try to think. The logical part of my brain is screaming at me to run. The other part, the part that stole a 3-legged dog this morning, is intrigued. If I say yes, I start carefully, I need to know the truth, all of it. I'm not going to work for someone who keeps me in the dark. Something shifts in his expression. Respect, maybe. Fair enough? He pulls out his phone and pulls up a news article, handing it to me. The headline reads, Rival families clash over territory dispute in downtown LA. This happened yesterday, Dante says. The Castellano family thinks I'm encroaching on their business in the garment district. They're wrong, but they're also violent and stupid. Sounds like a bad combination. It is. He takes the phone back. They've made threats. Burned down one of my warehouses last week. No one was hurt, but it's escalating. And you're telling me this because if you work for me, you need to understand the risks. The shelters are legitimate, but association with me means you could become a target. I should definitely leave. This is the part where any sane person would thank him for the whiskey and walk out the door. Instead, I ask, what are you going to do about the Castellanos? Dante's smile is sharp. Handle it. That's ominous. It's accurate. Before I can respond, Rosa appears with Pancake trotting behind her. Well, hopping behind her, looking considerably cleaner and very pleased with himself. He ate an entire chicken breast, Rosa announces, and he's already made friends with the other dogs. Other dogs? I repeat. Dante rescues them, Rosa says, like this is completely normal information. We have 6 right now, all special needs. I turn to stare at him. He has the grace to look slightly embarrassed. I told you, I have a soft spot. You're a crime boss who rescues disabled dogs. Private Enterprise Collective, he corrects. Same thing. It's really not. Rosa laughs and heads back toward the kitchen, calling over her shoulder. Lunch in 20 minutes. Lennox, you're staying. It's not a question. I look at Dante. He looks at me. Pancake sits between us, tail wagging, completely oblivious to the tension. Okay, I say finally. I'll work for you. But I have conditions. Name them. First, I want full autonomy over the shelters. No interference unless I ask for it. Done. Second, if things get dangerous, if this Castellano situation escalates, you tell me. No surprises. Agreed. And third, I hesitate. If I find out you're lying to me about the animal welfare stuff, about any of this, I walk. No questions asked. Dante extends his hand. You have my word. I shake it, and his grip is firm, warm. He doesn't let go immediately. Welcome to the family business, Lennox Chen. I'm not part of your family. His smile is slow, dangerous. Not yet. My heart does something complicated in my chest, and I pull my hand away before I do something stupid like blush. When do I start? I ask. Tomorrow. I'll have my driver pick you up. I have a car. I've seen your car. My driver will pick you up. Rude. Accurate. We're standing too close now, and the sunlight streaming through the windows makes his eyes look almost gold. I can smell his cologne, something woody and expensive, and I'm acutely aware that this man is dangerous in more ways than one. Lunch is ready, Rosa calls. Dante steps back, breaking the moment. Come on. Rosa's cooking is non-negotiable. Is everything non-negotiable with you? Pretty much. I follow him toward the kitchen, Pancake hopping along beside me, and I can't shake the feeling that I just made either the best or worst decision of my life. Probably both. Three weeks working for Dante Vitale, and I've learned several things. 1. He wasn't kidding about the shelters. I'm managing 4 facilities across LA, and they're all legitimately helping animals. 2. Rosa makes the best lasagna in California, and has adopted me as her unofficial daughter. 3. Pancake now has his own Instagram account with 10,000 followers, because apparently people love a 3-legged success story. And 4. Most importantly, I'm completely, catastrophically falling for my boss. Which is why I'm currently standing in the parking lot of the downtown shelter at 2 p.m, watching smoke pour from the building's east wing, and the only thing I can think about is how furious Dante is going to be. Everyone's out. My assistant manager Kelsey runs up, soot on her face. All the animals are safe. I got them into the transport van. Thank God. My hands are shaking. Did you call the fire department? They're on the way. I stare at the flames licking through the broken windows. This wasn't an accident. The glass was shattered from the outside, and I can smell gasoline. The Castellanos. My phone buzzes. Dante, where are you? I text back. Downtown shelter. There's been a fire. 3 dots appear immediately then. Stay there. I'm coming. Lennox? Kelsey touches my arm. You okay? No, yeah, I don't know. I run my hands through my hair. This is my fault. How is arson your fault? Because I knew. Dante told me things were escalating with the Castellanos, and I thought the shelters would be safe because they're legitimate businesses, but a black SUV screeches into the parking lot, and Dante emerges like something out of an action movie. He's wearing a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and even from here I can see the tension in his shoulders. He crosses the distance between us in seconds. Are you hurt? His hands are on my face, tilting it up, eyes scanning for injuries. I'm fine. Everyone's fine. The animals are all... I don't care about the animals right now. His voice is rough. Are you hurt? No, Dante. I'm okay. He exhales, and some of the tension leaves his body. Then he looks at the burning building, and his expression goes cold. Absolutely glacial. How many? He asks quietly. How many what? How many of them did you see? I didn't see anyone. We were in the back office when we heard the glass break. Security footage? Already pulled it. Kelsey holds up her phone. Bless her. 3 guys, all wearing masks. They threw something through the windows and took off in a gray sedan. Dante takes the phone, watches the footage once, then hands it back. He pulls out his own phone and makes a call. Marco, downtown shelter, East Wing, 3 men, gray sedan, license plate. He rattles off numbers he definitely memorized in the 5 seconds he watched that video. Find them. I want locations within the hour. He hangs up and finally looks at me again. You're leaving, he says. I'm what? This is my fault. I should have anticipated they'd go after the shelters. You're not safe here. Dante, I'm not leaving. We just got the animals out. We need to... Kelsey can handle it. You're coming with me. Excuse me? I plant my feet. You don't get to just order me around like... Yes, I do. You work for me. And that means I'm going to do my job, which is managing these shelters, not running away the second things get difficult. His jaw clenches. Lennox, no. You promised me autonomy. You promised no interference unless I asked for it. That was before someone tried to burn down your building with you inside it. And what, you think leaving is going to make it better? They already know I work for you. Running away just proves they can intimidate us. We're standing toe-to-toe now, and I can see firefighters arriving in the background. But all I can focus on is the fury and fear warring in Dante's eyes. You don't understand what these people are capable of, he says quietly. Then explain it to me. Stop protecting me and just tell me the truth. Something breaks in his expression. He grabs my hand, not roughly, but with desperate urgency, and pulls me away from the burning building, away from Kelsey and the firefighters, toward his SUV. Get in, he says. Dante, please. The please does it. I've never heard him say that word before. I get in. He drives in silence for 10 minutes, heading toward the hills, and I don't push. Whatever he needs to say, he'll say it when he's ready. Finally, he speaks. My father was killed when I was 16, he says. The Castellanos did it. Territory dispute, same as now. They invited him to a meeting, claimed they wanted to negotiate, and they shot him in broad daylight outside a restaurant in Pasadena. My chest tightens. Dante. I took over the family business at 19, built it into what it is now, and I swore I would never let them take anything else from me. He glances at me, and there's something raw in his face. But then you showed up with your 3-legged dog and your smart mouth, and now I have something to lose again. I'm not something you own, I say quietly. I know that. His hands tighten on the steering wheel. But you're something I care about, which is worse, because caring makes you vulnerable, and vulnerable gets you killed in my world. We pull up to his house, mansion, whatever, and he parks but doesn't get out, just sits there, staring straight ahead. What are you going to do? I ask. End this. Today. How? He finally looks at me. You really want to know? Yes. I'm going to meet with Vincent Castellano, face to face, and I'm going to make him understand that if he comes near you, near any of my people, near anything I care about ever again, I will dismantle his entire operation piece by piece. That sounds dangerous. It is. Then I'm coming with you. Absolutely not. Dante. I reach over and grab his hand. You just told me caring makes you vulnerable. Well, guess what? It goes both ways. You think I'm going to sit here while you walk into a meeting with the people who killed your father? It's different. How? Because I've been doing this for 15 years. You've been in my life for 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, you've given me a job, a purpose, and a family. My voice cracks slightly. You've introduced me to Rosa, who makes me dinner every night. You've let Pancake live in your house and become best friends with your other rescue dogs. You've treated me like I matter. You do matter. Then let me be here for you. Let me be more than just someone you protect. He's quiet for a long moment, studying my face like he's memorizing it. If you come, he says finally, you stay in the car. You don't get out no matter what happens. Deal. I mean it, Lennox. So do I. The meeting happens at a construction site in Culver City, all exposed beams and concrete, everything bathed in harsh afternoon sunlight. Dante parks 50 yards away and I can see a group of men standing near an unfinished building. That's Vincent, Dante says, pointing to a heavy-set man in an expensive suit. The others are his crew. How many? 6. I have 12 positioned around the perimeter. He looks at me. Stay here. Lock the doors. If anything goes wrong, you drive away. Don't stop. Don't look back. Dante. He kisses me. It's sudden and fierce and desperate, and for a moment the entire world narrows to just his mouth on mine, his hand cupping my face, the way he tastes like coffee and danger and something else I can't name. When he pulls back, we're both breathing hard. If I don't come back, he starts. You're coming back. Lennox. You're coming back because I didn't just agree to work for a crime boss and fall stupidly in love with him only to lose him 3 weeks later. So you're going to go have your scary meeting, make your scary threats, and then we're going to go home and have Rosa's lasagna. Understood? His eyes widen slightly. You love me? Of course I love you, you idiot. You rescued a 3-legged dog and declared war on my ex-boss, and you have 6 disabled dogs living in your mansion. What was I supposed to do, not fall for you? He kisses me again, softer this time. I love you too, he murmurs against my lips. Which is why you're staying in this car. Go, before I change my mind about letting you be heroic. He climbs out, and I watch him walk toward Vincent Castellano with the kind of confidence that comes from 15 years of surviving in a world that tried to kill him. The conversation lasts exactly 7 minutes. I can't hear what they're saying, but I can see body language. The way Vincent's men tense, the way Dante stands perfectly still, the way Vincent's face goes from smug to uncertain to pale. Then Dante turns and walks back to the SUV. He gets in, starts the engine, and drives away like nothing happened. Well, I demand, it's handled. That's it? It's handled? Vincent Castellano now understands that I own the building his son's restaurant operates out of. Also the warehouse where he stores his imports. Also the bar where his nephew works. Dante's smile is sharp. I gave him a choice. Leave my people alone, or I make his life very difficult. And he agreed? He agreed. I stare at him. You're terrifying. I know. It's kinda hot. I know that too. We drive back to his house in silence, but this time his hand finds mine on the center console, fingers threading together. When we pull up, Rosa is waiting on the steps with Pancake, who immediately starts hopping toward us with pure joy. You're late for dinner, Rosa calls. And you, she points at me. You have soot on your face. What happened? Long story, I say, scooping up Pancake. Then you can tell me over lasagna. She ushers us inside, muttering about dramatic people and missed meals. That night, after dinner and after Rosa goes home and after we've checked on all 6 rescue dogs, Dante and I end up on his balcony watching the sun set over Los Angeles. So, I say, leaning against the railing, I'm in love with a mobster. Private Enterprise Collective. Same thing. It's really not. He wraps his arms around me from behind, chin resting on my shoulder. But yes, you're in love with me. And you're in love with a broke veterinary assistant who steals dogs. Rescues dogs. Same thing. It's really not. His voice is warm with laughter. But yes, I'm in love with you. Pancake barks from inside, probably demanding more treats from his ridiculous spoiled life. Think we can make this work? I ask quietly. Dante turns me around to face him, and his expression is serious, sincere, and completely sure. Lennox Chen, I watched you hide behind a dumpster with a three-legged dog rather than let someone hurt him. I watched you stand up to me, challenge me, and refuse to run when things got dangerous. You're the strongest person I know. He kisses my forehead. So yeah, I think we can make this work. Even though your life is complicated and dangerous, and even though, always, the city sprawls beneath us, golden and bright and full of possibilities. I kiss him as the sun sets, and for the first time in my life, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. With a man who chose love over power, with a three-legged dog named Pancake, and with a future that's terrifying and beautiful and completely, perfectly mine. If you enjoyed their journey from that dumpster meet cute to happily ever after, with Pancake stealing scenes the whole way, I'd absolutely love it if you could. Like this story if it made you smile. Comment below and tell me your favorite moment. Team Pancake, Team Rosa's lasagna, Team Dante being terrifying but soft. Share with anyone who loves a good mafia romance with heart, humor, and a three-legged hero. Your support means the world and helps me keep creating more stories like this one. Plus, I love hearing what you think. Seriously, your comments make my day. Want more steamy, cinematic romance stories? Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next adventure. Trust me, there are more swoony mobsters, sassy heroines, and adorable rescue animals coming your way. See you in the next story!